Random Art by Bob Rosenhouse for Super Software. Video art for the Bally Arcade Astrocade. This program was published in the Arcadian, December 7th, 1981 issue on page 17. This is a picture of the Astrocade. This is an unusual picture as it's from a catalog. I usually try to use quality pictures, but this one is interesting to me, and it shows the Astrocade with the red eject button, with the red reset button and the red cartridge ejector in the back there. In the background you see the exciting game of calculator on the screen, and it is a artist rendition. That's because this is from the 1977 Christmas catalog of Montgomery Ward. So this was actually available from them, supposedly. It says, if you could look in the small print here, it says available after October 10th, 1977. But this was actually not shipped until late January 1978. No users were able to get a unit before that time. And those units all came from JSNA. And if you also notice here, if you bought it for $269, you got 280 zap. So this is actually cheaper than you would have been able to get the unit from JSNA. But we're not talking about the Astrocade so much. And as cool as this catalog is, we're going to move on. We are talking about random art, and this is from an Arcadian issue, and this is the cover of that issue. It's volume 4, number 2, the December 7th issue, and this is the first page. It doesn't talk about the program very much in here at all. In fact, there are no comments about the program whatsoever. So now we're looking at the program. It's at the top of page 17. The program only has 10 lines of code, so this one's pretty short, and for that you get a lot of mileage out of these 10 lines of code. Some of these lines of code are just really short, like one of them just says clear, another one is just go to. A few of them are a little longer, but regardless, for just those 10 lines of code you get a lot of program. It's a kind of a basic program, you just get squares and lines, but I like it, and which is why I've been uploading these video art programs, because I find them enjoyable. And one of the neat things about them to me is that this program here, the one with the close-up, is very short. I mean, we could delete lines 1 through 8 and you'd be fine. In fact, you'd have a great program. You could probably type this program in on the Astrocade even with its 24-key keypad in just 15 minutes at the most. And that's if you're not familiar with the keyboard. Maybe yeah, about that amount of time, because some of these, like for instance, if you look at line 100, that's kind of a long line, but it's also complicated. There's a lot of issues that could happen there. And as far as I can tell, this program should run under either AstroBASIC or Bally BASIC. And while this program's on the screen, I want to bring it up. While it's called Random Art, you see it just says on line number 2, it says RND, and then open parentheses, art, close parentheses. This is because the random command is used in that fashion. Take a look at line number 10. It says x equals RND, open parentheses, 42, close parentheses. That's how you use the random number statement. So this is a play on words, sort of, and I enjoy that. Some people might call this program RND art, but it's really just random art. It's a very generic title for a video art program, but hey, what can you do? It's 10 lines. Here are a few screenshots. I'm going to show 7 of them, not too many of them. The joy of this program is actually watching them in action. So I'll just show a few of them, and then I'm going to continue to talk about how the program loads and one other issue that I had with the program. So basically, as this program is loading, you can see it looks okay, but earlier today I was recording this program using the usual methods, and I was changing some cabling, and on my FrameMeister I actually managed to pull out a piece of the FrameMeister. I'm a little disappointed about that. That piece of equipment was very expensive, and I think I sort of rigged it so it will work, but I think it's causing extra interference. I'm going to have to find some way around it. The FrameMeister isn't being manufactured anymore, and I really do like it. I have heard that even though it's very, very expensive, it feels cheap, and some other people have said it is made cheaply. Well, that is true, because all I did was pull out a cord and part of the FrameMeister came with it. So and that's the video part of the FrameMeister. Well, anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about here. I'm going to try to continue making videos. In the meantime, I have some backlog that I can work through, and hopefully I find a workaround. It would be good to upgrade my Astrocade to composite at some point. I do have an upgrade for that. I do have an S-Video upgrade as well, but that causes ghosting. By now, you're probably looking at the video art being created. I show about 10 minutes of it, and after that, I'm going to show the program listing. Enjoy it. Oh, and the credits, of course, after that. Enjoy this program. If you ever get some insight into using the Astrocade Basic, try writing some video art. I really would love for someone to do that. This program, to me, I'm looking at a screenshot here on my screen, which you're not seeing it, but it looks 3D almost. But that's because I've been looking at the same screenshot while I've been talking here for about 3 minutes, probably. Well, enjoy the program.